Hello everyone, I hope you're well. So we're going to get right into it. This is going to be a collective reading for those of you that have been feeling unwell, or you may have just been feeling more tired and more fatigued than usual. I've been ill myself, so my voice may sound a bit weird still. But before I start readings, I always ground to Mother Earth and then I open myself up to the Most High, the Divine. And when I was connecting my crown to God, to the Most High, normally it's just very clear and I get this like pure white light and I connect to divine guidance, but there was like this black smoke or cloud, just like this fogginess that I had to clear first so I could connect. And then I started seeing this scene from Harry Potter, and I think it's the one that is called The Prisoner of Azkaban. So it's where Harry Potter meets his uncle, or no, not his uncle, but his godfather, that's called Sirius. And obviously Sirius makes me think, or Sirius Star, right? So I feel like a lot of people have been getting downloads and new coding from Sirius Star. And also a lot of you have been getting downloads and coding to do with ley lines, and you could be dreaming of ley lines within Mother Earth. You could be dreaming of roots and like tribal people and ancestors in general, and a lot of you could be dreaming of you like trying to get up a cliff, and this cliff has like a lot of roots and a lot of mud in it. That's what I'm seeing. So there is a lot going on in the astral realm right now, so a lot of you will be having a lot of very vivid and crazy dreams, and you could be waking up feeling like you haven't slept, just feeling really tired, and it's because your soul has been doing a lot on its travels. While your human vessel rests, your soul has been out and about in the astral realm, doing what it needs to do to assist humanity in rising up in consciousness. But there is a lot of downloads and a lot of coding that are coming in right now from Sirius Star, from Sirius Sun. But in order for this to happen, we have to clear a lot of the mist and a lot of the fogginess and a lot of the, I'm hearing mistrust and a misclarity. So it's where you've been feeling confused, but there's a mistrust from humans in general when it comes to the supernatural, when it comes to God, and when it comes to spirit. So there's still a lot of people who are questioning whether like the spirit world even exists, or people are questioning like what happens when we die. Are we really souls having a human experience? Or there just could be people who are questioning whether God actually exists, and if God does exist, then why is he allowing like war to happen? Why is he allowing the world to be in the state that it's in? There's a lot of this questioning going on right now, and this is what a lot of the healing is happening that is coming through from Sirius Star. But again, we need to clear and move all the mist and the fogginess and all the crap out of the way for the downloads and the coding to come through properly, so you can actually put it within your psyche and your being and integrate it into you. So we're going to get some messages. That was quick. And they're also showing me the scene from Harry Potter now when Harry saves his godfather, Sirius, from being attacked by the Dementors. So they are those beings who look like this black fogginess that I was seeing, who are kind of sucking at his life force and sucking at his soul. And as he's trying to save Sirius, they start sucking at him. And then he sees, he doesn't know what he's seeing at the time, but he's actually seeing himself coming to save himself. So that is the message that's coming through for a lot of you, that you need to be your own hero, you need to be your own guru, you need to be your own messiah, and stop looking to other people or looking to things outside of you to save you and be your hero. And I'm hearing Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, that hero song. And I think the song's also from a movie to do with Egypt. I forget what it's called, but I know it's a soundtrack. That song is coming through. So the first poem that we've got here is: Bethlehem's star shines down on Christ's altar, appears still in the sky, dances in shooting stars, humanity's guide during testing times. The Saviour will return, but first we must learn he was an example to all. Though we may trip and fall, there's light in the fight, you'll make it through the night. Just look up above, the sign is a white dove. Though cryptic it may seem, life is but a dream. Yeah, this poem is just confirming to turn within, turn to the Christ consciousness that lives within your heart. The Christ consciousness that you can tap into, to the Most High, to the Divine. And again, I keep seeing a bright white light. It's almost like a sword, or like a portal, but it's very pointy and it's a straight white light that's going up from your crown to God, to the Divine, to the Most High. That's what I'm seeing. So a lot of you may be asked to go into meditation and visualize this pure bright white light that is tapping you in to your higher self, but beyond your higher self. So it's tapping you into the Most High. You need to really be connected to your higher self, but to the Most High more importantly right now. And to be tapping into the Christ consciousness that lives within your heart, the spark and the spark of the divine that lives within you. When I was doing that, it's like I couldn't even speak properly. So a lot of you, when you're doing this meditation and when you are strengthening your connection to God, it's going to make you tear up, but it's kind of going to make you choke up. Again, you know, when you want to cry or see something that makes you very happy, you experience a lot of bliss and you experience a lot of joy, it kind of makes you choke up and you can't even speak, you don't know what to say, and then tears will just come out. But they're like happy tears. That's what I'm seeing. What else, Spirit? Again, for a lot of you, there could be like this eerie feeling, this eeriness around you right now, that maybe you don't know what's going to happen next. It's like you're sitting in this mist or this fog of the unknown, and you know you're about to move into a new chapter, but you don't know what it is yet. You can't see it. So the next poem we've got here is, all along we are being prepared for what Spirit has yet to share. Trust in the plan, there's no need to be scared. Walk the journey, all will be revealed. As time goes on, synchronicity stays singing its song. Interpret the signs and then proceed. Get back up if you ever fall to your knees. Attempting to avoid mistakes is a sign of the times. Get on with that mission of yours or be left behind yet. So everyone is really being pulled up and called by God right now to tap into your heart and tap into your soul. Why are you here? He wants you to ask your soul, why are you here? What did you come here for? Why are you in this lifetime right now? Because it is a very significant time for humanity. There is a spiritual war going on. This is what everybody's feeling right now. It's why a lot of people have been ill. It's why a lot of people are purging. Yes, we're at the end of the year. And I know for some other countries and other cultures, they celebrate the end of the year or the beginning of a new year at different times. But collectively, for a lot of people right now, we are moving into the end of the year. So this is what is going to be felt the most. You're going to pick up on it and feel it. And some of you may not have been ill. You may not even be fatigued. But you're tapping into this kind of heavy, foggy energy. And this is all I'm getting, like a cloud, a fog, a mist. But it's grey. It's almost black. It's like a dark grey colour, like a charcoal colour. What else, Spirit? So you could be picking up on other people and your higher self has been chosen, or you've signed up to help assist and remove this heaviness, even though you may not be feeling this. It may not be coming from you yourself. So the next poem we've got here is, Spirit walks with me. Wherever I go, my ancestors already be. I am them and they are me. Gratitude and worship are a necessity. I feed them and they watch over me. What has been and what will be. They speak through me, the wind and trees. You'll find me listening willingly. Ancestors, I rise up to meet you in me. I feel like something was sitting next to me. So some of you could be feeling like your hair's going on end. You could feel like a wind. I feel like your ancestors and passed over loved ones are very, very close to a lot of you right now. You can literally feel them. You can see them. We are in November now. So the veil is very, very thin. And there's a lot of spiritual activity that goes on, which is why God is asking for everyone right now to be really connecting to Him, to the Most High, to the Divine. I am going to move on to this. They asked me to use my mediumship deck. So we'll get some messages from past over loved ones. So what do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? They're saying to take more time out for your spiritual practices. Like take more time out to just be with yourself, just to breathe. Some of you could be doing a lot of breath work at the moment. They want you just to be still and sit with your breath. A lot of you, it's meditations and visualizations they want you to do. Some of you, your spiritual practice could just be you going out for a walk, like going for a walk around your local park or around the woods, because I'm seeing leaves just kind of brush on by, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of messages and these downloads and these codes that you've been getting from Sirius Star. It's like they're going to be carried to you through the wind. That's what I'm seeing. We have, I send you loving signs through nature, yeah. And a lot of you will see certain plants, certain flowers. You could be seeing butterflies, dragonflies. I'm seeing a moth, but a really, really big moth. So you could be seeing certain butterflies, moths and dragonflies that connect you with a certain past over loved one. It lets you know that they're close by. It lets you know that they are with you. And I feel like a lot of you, when you go on walks, this is when you really tap into and you can hear your past over loved ones more clearly when you're out and about, but within nature. What else, Spirit? And it's definitely like within nature, like outside in wooded areas or in fields or in parks. It's like they're not on a train or anything like that. don't know why that came through. They want me to say that. It's not when you're on a train. Maybe some of you felt like you were connecting with a passed over loved one when you're on trains or you're on public transport, and they're saying no, you hear them more clearly when you're by yourself and you're out in nature. And they want to make that very clear to someone. Because when you're on public transport, particularly if you're like an empath or you're a sensitive person, you pick up a lot of energies, and maybe you're psychic and you haven't really learned to put up those boundaries yet. So you could be picking up a lot of things that are around other people. So a lot of energy, spirits that are attached to other people. You could be like feeling and hearing other people's spirit guides, ancestors, passed over loved ones, and I feel like the messages are for you, but really they're for someone that you could be sitting next to on the bus or on the train, like something like that. So we have here, life is a series of choices, choose love. And they're also saying here to, the more you're with yourself and the more you're quiet and you're still with yourself, the more you can hear your spiritual court, but the more you will know what's for you and what's not for you. The more you will know which thoughts are actually yours, which feelings are actually yours, and what you've picked up from other people. Because I feel like a lot of you're picking up a lot of crap from other people, and this can literally be when you're on public transport or when you're like going to your 9 to 5, coming home, whatever it is. So they do want you to boundary up and prayer up to protect yourself from energies that are not yours, and messages that do not belong in your ear. They're saying that do not belong in your ear. But life is a series of choices, choose love. They're just reminding you here to walk that path of the heart and walk that path of grace. And they unconditionally love you. So this little heart would be you. And in the big heart, this is your ancestors, your spiritual court, God, Mother Earth. This is the unconditional love that surrounds you, that is there for you all the time. And you're not disconnected from it. You see how the hearts are connected. So you're always connected to this unconditional love, and it's always there for you to lean into. The divine is always there for you to lean into. You're not supposed to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders and be walking through this world on your own. We have, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So someone's passed over a loved one. They want you to know that they are, they're saying, yes, we're walking with them too. So you could have picked up that you have a passed over loved one that's walking with like other members of your family or other friends, but they're also walking with you. Because obviously when we transition and we cross over, we're not confined by this vessel. We're not confined by the human body. So the soul can travel here, there and everywhere, I'm hearing. Kind of like our souls do when we're dreaming, when we go into the astral. It's the same thing. They can travel here, there and everywhere, so they can be a spirit guide to more than one person. And that's coming through for one of you. So you could have been picking up on your passed over loved one, being around someone else in your family, but they're also around you. Any more from this deck? Thank you. If I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And what I'm getting from here is it's fine to have regrets. A lot of humans do have regrets, but you don't want to be holding on to them. So you want to feel into it. Why do you have that regret? Why is it there? If you did know differently, what would you have done, or what can you do going forward? Because obviously you can't change the past, but you can accept the past and surrender the past for what it is and for who you are right now. Because remember that the past has got you to where you are right now. And you wouldn't have had this aha moment and this realization that you would have done things differently if you hadn't made those mistakes in the past. So it helps you to mature, but to higher your discernment. So that's coming through for someone. We're going to move on to this deck. What do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? Thank you. Some of you could be seeing foxes everywhere. I mean, in the UK, is that time we start to see foxes come out and like go through people's trash. And I am seeing like an open trash bag for some reason with just all the rubbish like pouring out of it. Some of you need to move your bins and your trash bags into a higher level, because there's wildlife that's going to start coming out of the woods now in search of food as it gets colder in certain areas of the world. But we have rare knowledge. A lot of you are really tapping into this wisdom that has always been there, because it's connected to your soul and it's connected to your ancestors. You see these roots, and I was seeing roots before, so some of you could keep dreaming of roots, of like tree roots, particularly tree roots that are going up a cliff And it's like you're following these tree roots in the dream. And some of you could be seeing like an elder or a tribal person. It's a person that has certain markings on their face, and you know they're part of your ancestry that goes way, 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 way back. It's like primordial ancestor. Like this is one of the first ancestors of your bloodline. They are leading you into this next chapter where you're going next. And they're assisting to awaken this wisdom that has always been within you, that you are now bringing up to the surface. And it's also like these downloads and this coding that's coming from Sirius Sun, from Sirius Star, is also helping to activate. It's like a double whammy. So it's coming from Mother Earth, it's coming from the roots. It's also coming from above, it's coming from the divine. And then it's coming to meet you in the middle. You are the bridge. And there's something that you're going to speak and you're going to share. I can see some of you on a stage and talking. Some of you could be invited to do a TED Talk. Or maybe that's a desire or a dream of yours to share a certain story or something you've overcome, or knowledge that you know that has helped you within your life path. You want to share this by doing a TED Talk. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck, please? Thank you. We have here, follow the signs. Yep. And we are in the year of the dragon. We're in the year of the wood dragon. But a lot of people's like supernatural abilities and spiritual gifts are being activated this year, connected to the spirit animal of the dragon. And a lot of people will say that dragons assisted in creating this realm, in creating Mother Earth, like the density and the material of Mother Earth. And I'm just seeing cliffs. I keep being taken to cliffs. Maybe some of you live near cliffs, or you're going to travel to area that has a lot of cliffs, that has a lot of mountains. Some of you could really enjoy hiking and going to like really high points within the world. I'm hearing the highest points in the world, and I'm hearing Mount Everest, things like that. So some of you could be planning to do a huge trek, a huge walk up a mountain, up a cliff, and this could be a goal or a dream of some of yours to reach the top. I'm hearing it's like you're connecting, reaching the top to reaching like a new spiritual level. And it is intertwined. I mean, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, so it is all intertwined. So they're saying you are right on that. Like when you make it to the top of this mountain or this trek, whatever it is. Some of you guys could just be running. You could be doing like raising money and running, but you're connecting this to like a spiritual level up. And it's like your spiritual core and your ancestors are like egging you on. They're cheering you on as you're running and you're going through the finish line. But a lot of you are very, very close to a goal and a desire. And you know this, you can sense this, you can feel this. And this is often when things can get the most frustrating, or when those layers, those last layers come to the surface, which are very heavy. But I'm also seeing layers like coming down, which is why we're seeing this fogginess. So it's like on a spiritual level, you're clearing through a certain astral realm. It's not hell, but it's a certain astral realm that has more of a dark energy, a heavier energy. It's like a mystical energy as well. It's like being in the void. Where'd that go? So these are playing cards from Spirited Away. Yeah. And it's 10-10, so that's a completion. And you see how she looks terrified, and they're like both in the dark, so they look like they're in the void. And he is consulting her. And he's trying to get her to calm down and come back into herself and come back into her peace. That's what I'm getting. But I forget what his name is. Haku, I think. But he was like a spirit guide in Spirited Away. He was a spirit guide to her. And he also turned into a dragon. But he was like a dragon of the water. It was named after a certain lake. And I forget what it is called. So again, dragons are very significant. Some of you could be seeing dragons everywhere. You could be like looking into myths about dragons and certain dragons that are known to live in certain lakes. And dragons that are connected to the air element, that are connected to the sky, because you can also fly in Spirited Away. Some of you could have like re-watched Spirited Away. It could be a favourite of yours. But again, 10-10 is significant. So you could be seeing the angel number 10-10 everywhere. Yeah, look. He was a dragon, and he was a spirit guide to her, and also a totem animal, I'm hearing. So a lot of you could be looking into certain totem animals that you can feel that are around you, that can feel that are guiding you right now. But in this first card, Like he's trying to bring her back into a state of calm and calm her down. And it looks like, I know he gives her this food because she starts to fade away. And if she fades away, she no longer exists because she's entered into a spirit realm. She's no longer in the human realm. So he's trying to give her this food to bring her back into her vessel. So some of you may have been changing your diet, or you're being called to change your diet. To look at what you're eating, what gives you fuel, what gives you energy, what makes you feel sluggish and tired, what makes you sick. You need to cut that food out completely now. You need to take it more seriously of what you're putting into your vessel, what you're feeding your body. I'm hearing the body is a temple. But again here, you see here, it's like switched and she's now feeding him this food to help heal him because he's wounded. So you know that saying of, I am my ancestors' wildest dream. And you and the ancestors are you and you are them. So you're one and the same. You are connected. This is what I'm seeing here. It's not just your ancestors who look out for you. It's not just you leaning into your ancestors. You want to make your ancestors proud. You want to be their wildest dream. You want to be that key. I'm seeing the K here and I'm seeing a key. So you want to be that key that your ancestors and your spiritual court have asked you to be in this lifetime. Not just for yourself, but for your blood type. For your blood, and he said blood type. So some of you could be looking up your blood type. Maybe you give blood. Maybe you're going to give blood and you're going to save somebody's life and bring them back to health. Any more from this deck? No, they say. Okay, we're going to move on to this one. What do the collective need to hear now? Can I just get a few cards from this deck, please, Spirit? We have fairies, earth magic. Some of you could be researching your blood type and what diet and what foods are best for your blood type. That's also coming through for someone. But we have fairies, earth magic. A lot of you are really connecting to Mother Earth. You're connecting to elementals, which is why you're being asked to go out in nature and be like in the woods and be in the fields and be in the cliffs and be in the mountains. You're just asked to be around nature. I'm seeing like big nature. It's landscapes that are huge and they kind of surround you and make you feel and remind you that you're human, that you're small. You're like a grain of sand in the whole scheme of things. But you also have a lot of power and you also have a lot of light and you can make change with what you have and where you are. With just those around you. You don't have to be this like grand, famous celebrity to be able to make change in the world. You can make changes within your home, within your neighborhood, within your community. And you never know like what your words or what your actions do for another person, how they touch another person, how they spark another person to connect to the divine, to turn on their own inner light. That's what's coming through. And a lot of you are realizing this, the effect that you have on other people and those people who are closest to you, who are close around you. There's a lot of people within your family, within your friendship groups, within your community who see you as an earth angel. It's coming through for someone. They can see your light and they see you as an earth angel. And they admire you for this. This isn't anyone who's around you who has envy or jealousy. That's not coming through at all. This people who see your light. They see your wings and they want you to shine. They want you to glow. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck, please? One more card. Thank you. We have island, solitude, yeah. And look, we have the cliffs and we have the tree. So the ancestors are coming through very, very strongly. And they really want you connecting to your origin, to your roots right now. And they want you need to write down your dreams as soon as you remember them when you wake up. Even if you wake up in the middle of the night, if you quickly write down your dreams. You don't have to write down the whole thing, just like certain elements of the dream that really stood out to you. Because when you wake up again and you read this, you'll remember. And you remember fully and you can fill in any blank bits and write more down. But a lot of you need to really be taking note of the messages that are not only coming from your subconscious, this is coming from spirit. You see this here? Like the cloud has a face and it's like it's talking to the tree, talking to earth. But this is coming from the spirit realm. This is coming from the divine and it's talking to this realm, to Mother Earth. And I'm seeing that scene in The Lion King where Simba is like he's at the top of the cliff And he's talking to the monkey, who again is acting as a spirit guide, and he points to the sky, and then he sees his father in the sky. And his father's made up of stars, and he's talking to his father. So a lot of you could be seeing stars that are in a certain shape, or clouds in a certain shape. Like cloud and star divination I'm hearing. So you're seeing certain words or certain letters or certain numbers within clouds, and then within stars in the night sky. And it's confirming what you already know. It's confirming things that you had seen within your astral travels, that you had seen within your dreams. Some of you could be traveling to sacred sites. You could also be having dreams that are kind of like stick people. And maybe your dream is just like stick people. That's for someone very random. We're going to finish off and get a few cards in this deck. And we close out the reading, Spirit. What do the collective need to hear? We have karma, yeah. And this is giving me Aries vibes. And Aries is the first of the zodiac. But it's giving me Aries, the ram. And the Aries is known to have like two sides. So some Aries are known to be very, very feisty, very outspoken. Obviously the first, some would say like immature. And then there's another side of Aries, which is more introverted, which is more mature. But it's like these two sides as well of humanity. They keep talking about Earth, and then they keep talking about God, the Divine, the Most High. It's like there's a bridging the gap I'm hearing. A bridging the gap is happening, and it's happening within humanity, but it's happening with everyone personally. So you're coming back down to Earth, and you're coming back into your human body. So it's like people had been at one point too focused on the material. Too much, we are just human, like not really understanding that you're a soul having a human experience. So it's kind of neglecting the spirit side and neglecting the supernatural. And then people are waking up to this fact now that you have a soul, that the spirit world is real, and that we will all transition over, that we're all energy and we will move. We don't die, but we move, and it's the physical body that dies. So it's like this gap that is being bridged. So when that happens, there is a lot of karma to be cleared. And I do feel like 2024 is going to end with a bang. I mean, there's already a lot of things that are being revealed. There's already a lot of things that are being exposed. There's a lot of illusions that people are seeing through now. A lot of spells that are being broken. But it's like 2024 is still going out with a bang. So there's still more things to be exposed. There's still more illusions to be ripped from people's eyes. And this is all to do with the karma that everyone has been working to clear within yourself, within your personal life, within your bloodline, and then collectively as a whole. So there was a lot of karma lifting, and as this karma lifts, obviously it has to lift, and it has to go and leave through the crown till you feel it and you see it. And it's like we're at that stage now where people are seeing it. So it's about to leave the collective crown of humanity, and people are seeing it. So you could be seeing like dark spots, or like grey, cloudy mist, almost like smoke. You could be seeing this. Maybe when you're meditating, you're trying to connect with the Most High. But you need to persist and push through and clear this, and clear this smoke, and clear this fog, until you get that pure white light, until you get that holy light. Jeez. We have strength, butterflies, yeah. And there's two butterflies here. So again, another confirmation of butterflies you guys could be seeing. So also a sign of passed over loved ones that are close by, but they represent change and transformation. And again, I'm seeing 10-10 again. We had the 10-10 come up before. So 10-10, that's completion. It's the end of a cycle. I'm hearing no more stabbing in the back. So a lot of you who were dealing with people who stabbed you in the back or who did you wrong, these people, I'm just seeing them ripped. Like the Dementors, when Harry comes and and it's that white light. He like directs his wand at them, and this is pure white light that just blasts them away. That's what I'm seeing. These people and these entities are being blasted away from your being. And all of this white light and all this energy is coming back into yourself. You're knowing your power. And you're not afraid of yourself. You're not afraid of your power. You're not afraid of the Christ consciousness and the spark of God that exists and lives within you. You're not afraid to use. And you're not afraid to use your wand. For some of you who have very powerful psychic and spiritual gifts, you're not afraid to use your wand. But for a lot of you passed over loved ones, speak through butterflies. And they're going to be coming around you. And it's the kind who will come and they will land on you, to let you know that it is them. And you will feel your passed over loved one's presence when that does happen. And we have here the ego. Yeah, so it's the ego that is being asked to be faced. So there's a lot of people who are personally going through ego deaths, but then also we're dealing with a huge mass global ego death that is happening right now. And it is a lot, and it is heavy, so you do need to be gentle and be easy on yourself. And a lot of people will be getting sick because we're at the end of the year, so obviously it's that accumulation of all the toxins and the energies that haven't been transmuted, are kind of been repressed or lurking within the psyche of everyone. They're being pushed to the surface and they're being released. So you don't see it as an illness, it's a purge that is occurring. It's a purge that is occurring within you. Obviously when everything is being released, it is tiring because it is a lot on the physical body, and the physical body, if you remember, it has to play catch up with the spiritual body. So everything that is happening in the physical has already happened in the spirit world, but it's like the physical has to play catch up. But again, this is confirmation of Sirius star, Sirius sun, that a lot of us are receiving downloads and codes from Sirius sun and Sirius star. Again, they're reminding you, write down your dreams. Some of you, maybe you're waking up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh, I can't be asked, and you roll back over. No, you need to write down your dreams. You will fall back to sleep, but you need to write them down and get it out. So when you wake up in the morning, you remember fully. Because there are a lot of messages and there are a lot of signs that are within your astral travels right now. But that is all the messages that is coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I will see you in my next video.